What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Friday. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Bajillion 128. Bajillion 128. All right. Okay. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. Let's put some music on, y'all. Let's put some music on. Welcome back. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's a lot going on in the world right now, man, and a lot of things I'm not really happy about. One of the things is we have a complete and just beyond, I don't know what's going on with this country, the United States right now, but if you have young sons, man, you might want to think about some things going forward, because I keep hearing a lot of background noise about going to war. I'm an Army vet. I am an Army vet, so I can sense certain things. Especially, I was in the Army for 3 years, and I worked for the military since from 2000. Let's see. I joined the military in '96. Got out in '99. Started working for defense contractors in 2000, and stopped working for defense contractors in 2019 or 2018. 19, one of those years. So I got over 20 years experience working either with the military or being in the military. And I can tell you from experience, and I've been to war 6 times. Iraq 3 times, Afghanistan 3 times, and actually one time when the war started, I was there on the ground in Kuwait. And the language that I'm hearing coming out of Washington, D.C., and from President Musk, is not good, y'all. Anyways, let's get into it. Now, you know I'm getting old. Let's just keep it to one question at a time, said Suge with a smile. I was just finishing up in the yard, compost, feeding the chickens and whatnot. With his cigar no longer lit, he patted the sides of his pants and jacket in search of a lighter. As the flashing lights from the speakers continued on and the music blared on, the substance in the red cups was starting to have a profound effect on the gathering crowd. While smiles brightened and eyes glazed over, a new world began oozing in like a translucent blob. Somehow Jacob's little friend he picked up earlier that day at the pond had gotten in the middle of it all. The thing that climbed out of the water and attached itself to the boy like a parasite was there at the party, invisible to the naked eye. I don't want to use parasite. Parasite is like it sounds kind of negative or scary. Like a bug. Let's say bug. Like a bug was there at the party, invisible to the naked eye, sober eye. Its awareness was back on the scene. Let's do this. Its awareness was back on the scene. Where's the boy? It searched. He needs my help. And what is this thing, this force pulling me? I don't know about that. I don't want to make the story so complicated that I don't even know what I'm talking about, so we're just going to delete that. We're going to delete the comment. Where's, delete the comment. I think I could just delete button. I gotta remember it's dark in here, I can't see. I mean, I got the light shining in my face, but I can't see the keyboard. Not really. I can, but I can't. Anyway, let's go back. Let's take it back up, man. Now, you know I'm getting old. Let's just keep it to one question at a time, Shook said with a smile. I was just finishing up in the yard, compost, feeding the chickens and whatnot. With his cigar no longer lit, he patted the sides of his pants and jacket in search of a lighter. As the flashing lights from the speakers continued and the music blared on, the substance in the red cups was starting to have a profound effect. Let's not say profound. I don't want to say profound because profound is like noticeable. What's the opposite of profound? Let's see the antonym. That's not it either. That's not it. Not superficial. Let's say light. A mild. Yeah, mild. Come on now. Was beginning to have cups was beginning to have a mild effect on the gathering crowd. While smiles brightened and eyes glazed over, a new world began oozing in like a translucent blob. Somehow Jacob's little friend he'd picked up earlier that day at the pond had gotten in the middle of it all. The thing that climbed out of the water and attached itself to the boy like a bug was there at the party, invisible to the naked eye, sober eye. Its awareness was back on the scene. Where's the boy? It searched. He needs my help. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Hold on, Shug. I'll get that, said Frederick Sr. The intoxicated man pulled out a box of matches. Before I light this cigar, can I at least get a hug, too? From the birthday boy? He asked pathetically. Lily was still standing between the two men when she gave her grandfather a look only an adored granddaughter could give. I don't know if adore is the right word, but I'll leave it there for now. Sure, why not? Said Shug with reluctance. Taking a step forward, as Lily moved with hesitancy to one side, Fred wrapped his arms around his father and whispered something in his ear. Remember, you owe me, old man. I'm feeling the music, man. My son, I raised this kid, so, a family, when you got mom, dad, kids, all we gotta do is link up. We're all on the same vibe. I think about my parents and how much I may, how much I may can try to convince myself that I'm nothing like them. No, I don't do that. We're all alike. And I don't do that. I don't say that anymore. Anyways, I love my family. Facts. All right, chapter 6. So we're gonna leave it right there. And you know what? We're gonna move on. Yo. We're gonna make this black, and we're gonna move on. It's Friday. Chapter 6. This is gonna be green now. After a short but uncanny embrace, Fred gave the peace sign, adjusted his fedora so that the back was angled farther up, and walked toward the cooler to retrieve another beer. Suge, now visibly shaken, looked at his granddaughter before saying, "Baby, please don't ever be like your daddy." "I won't," she replied. Come back to the drink. Make it apparent that it is having fun. Okay, I gotta come back to that. "I won't," she replied. "Okay, baby girl, now you know I ain't got no other choice but to believe you." Okay, I got this in quotations, but when it was officially time to chow down, this shouldn't be a quotation. When it was officially time to chow down, there wasn't a lot of talking. None at all, in fact. The food was good, too good. Someone had managed between chomping down on a steaming fried chicken leg. Other than the occasional belch before an anticipated "excuse me." Anticipated? Other than the occasional belch before an "excuse me" and other subtle sounds of satisfaction, Al Green was playing at a moderate level. "Excuse me." You see how that works? On the colorful flashing speakers. The night was special in that Suge was the birthday boy. He was with good friends and family. After the fulfilling meal, Edna brought over the beautiful dressed jelly cake. Gotta make that red velvet a jelly cake. Suge's favorite, courtesy of Miss Thomasina Moore. Thomasina Moore. That's my grandma, but I'm trying to figure. A good friend of Suge. A childhood friend of Suge. Though Suge had turned 88 and it looked to be 200 candles, it only held 20. A task that would still prove to be nearly impossible when it came to lighting. There wasn't anything special about the jelly cake, no fancy writing spelling out the name, Suge in twirling cursive paste of sugar. No, there was nothing special at all, not on the outside anyway. It had only been adorned with Thomasina's famous caramel rum glaze, and of course 5 or so sliced pineapples, also a favorite of Suge's. To Suge, 88 years had gone by like the wind as he stared at the candles while someone sung the happy birthday song. As everyone sung the happy birthday song, memories of his youth ran through his head like a movie. "Well, Suge, ain't you gonna blow out the candles?" said Henry. "Henry, quit hurrying the man," Edna griped. "Want me to blow them out?" asked Frederick Sr. "Y'all just hold on a cotton picking minute," Suge growled. "Boy, I'd be a fool to put you near any kind of flame, all that ethanol in your breath. You're liable to blow up. You're liable to blow all of us to smithereens," he added. and y'all gotta excuse me, I'm reading this kind of way because this portion here, I just wrote this not too long ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I can't remember. But this is my first time going back over it, so I'm looking for, inconsistencies and all that type of stuff, And like I always say, man, somebody's watching me thinking this is the most basic, simple, boring story. This is my frame. Plus this is a very old house that was started back in the 1800s. Back in the 1800s, I started this story. Now I'm back 200 years later to finish it. I said that wrong. Back in the 1800s, I started building this house. Back when I was just freed from the plantation. Now I'm back to finish it. Oh, boy. All right. All that ethanol on your breath. You liable to blow all of us to smithereens, he added. Y'all just give me a minute while I get my thoughts together. At my age, I can't afford to go wasting wishes, Amen, said Mrs. Albertson, her eyes on a rib that seemed to be taunting her. At this point, wait a minute, I already said they started eating, right? I'm going to go back over all this. At this point, Suge's eyes were closed tight. It was apparent that raining thoughts were landing heavy. I'm going to go over this about 10,000 more times, so I'm not worried about what it sounds like right now. This is the framework. It's been 17 minutes, y'all. Can you tell the type of night I had? I slept good, actually. Just having a little, some disturbing dreams, but I slept good. If I can be honest with you, and this is for any future listeners who may, I won't say what I was going to say, but I'll say this. In my almost 50 years, I have never seen the state of our government in the state it's in right now. You have a multi-billionaire. If you say multi-thousandaire, that's a lot of money. Multi-thousandaire, that means you got tens of thousands of dollars. You got at your disposal. I'm saying at your disposal, you got $50,000, $80,000 at your disposal. That's a multi-thousandaire. But this guy's a multi-billionaire. He's losing money. I'm talking about Elon Musk. He's losing money. But I just heard, and I don't know how true this is. You don't know what to believe these days, but you can, if you got eyes and ears, you can see that something's definitely not right. I just heard that the White House is or either thinking about briefing Elon Musk on a possible war with China. Why would you be briefing somebody who's a foreigner from South Africa about a possible war with any foreign country? This guy doesn't even have a secret security clearance, from what I understand. I could be wrong. He doesn't even have a secret. Secret is like, it takes a while to get it. I had a secret security clearance. But he should have whatever's above top secret, he should have that to even be stepping foot in the White House as an official for the United States government, executive branch. I don't know a lot about politics, but I know one thing. Everything that's going on right now in the White House. Now, I hate to bring the politics to this story. I'm not bringing it to the story. I'm just speaking. This is separate. I'm a U.S. Army veteran, and I'm trying to get ahead of this whole spin that they're trying to concoct, because I hate to say it, but Trump is itching to go to war. He's not thinking about people's children. He's not thinking about what it's going to do for a country who's been in a war, 2 wars, for 20 years straight. I mentioned that earlier. Afghanistan, Iraq. He's not taking in consideration all the conflicts before those wars: Bosnia, Kosovo, Somalia. He's not thinking about the vets who are still alive from Vietnam. Don't care. It's time to show the world who we are. I don't know. I'm getting too deep into it. Anyways, I'm gonna read a little bit more. Amen, said Mrs. Albertson, her eyes on a rib that seemed to be taunting her. At this point, Suge's eyes were closed tight. It was apparent that raining thoughts were landing heavy. A wrinkling brow was weighing down with every passing thought. A wrinkling brow grew tighter with every passing second. Now, y'all back up. Okay, I got it. What was the wish about now? What did Suge wish? What did Suge wish? Now y'all back up a little so I can get some air, said Suge finally, with dancing flames hovering over 20 plus melting candles. The smell of liquefying wax in the air blended with anticipation. Anticipation, huh? Taking in a deep breath, filling his lungs with oxygen, he held on a second or two before finally letting it all out. When he was done, all that had been left from the once illuminated cake was the fading smoke, giving proof that fire was once there. After all, who wanted a slice was given a portion. Henry put the music back on, and to no one's surprise, Frederick Sr. stood from his seat. "Which one of you beautiful ladies want a boogie?" he said with a heavy slur. With everyone seated at different sections of the garage, some at the table, others at smaller fold-out tables. They all stared as he stumbled around while shadow dancing with himself, searching for the beat. Okay, so we're gonna end it right here. This is gonna be red. And I think something's gonna happen after he blow out the candles. I think that's when it's gonna pop off, yo. maybe Suge takes a gulp of lemonade afterwards and realizes he's drinking his own concoction. How you spell concoction? Have him realize, have him recognize the taste, the familiar taste early on in the story. Have him recognize the familiar taste early on in the story. So that's when he's gonna take a sip right around this area and realize, oh, I'm drinking my own stuff. Corn liquor, but the corn liquor that's mixed with the mushroom stuff, the stuff that he had for his son to take back. They're drinking it at the party. The stuff that made him, Henry, and Lupe hallucinate and have a terrible trip at the pond. But it's also mixed with the lemonade, Edna's lemonade. So Edna's lemonade may balance it out so it won't be a bad trip. Okay. I got to say that to myself, so it's like kind of like etching it in my brain so I can sort of remember that. By now, you should be realizing that there's a lot more to a story than just, a writer, Stephen King, Toni Morrison, Walter Mosley, August Wilson, whoever, it's Dave Chappelle, whoever, Eddie Murphy, whoever, writing in itself, this type of writing, it's layered. It's layers upon layers upon layers, and then more eyes on it, reading it out loud. There's so much to it that, sometimes it says nothing to it but to do it, right? Not with writing, no. Doing it is the most important thing, but the little small nuances. Let me tell you. This is for me and you, really. Nuance. How do you even spell nuance? There you go. That's how you spell nuance. Nuance. Shade. The tone. The gradation. Distinction. The tinge. The hint. Degree, touch, trace, note, nicety, shade, all this refinement, the little the details, details. I want to put the E. The details, particulars, the facts, what word is that? Niceties, specifics, minutiae, I guess. I don't know. Information, 5 points, the parts, the features, the aspects, the points, the elements, the factors, the units. Not the units, but that's getting into military stuff. But the nuances, the details, whatever you want to call it, the fillers. If you're thinking about a whole wrinkle up person, that sounded kind of mean. If you're thinking about somebody with wrinkles, you see them one day they got see them one day, they got wrinkles. The next day, they don't have any wrinkles. The fillers. That's why I say sometimes I gotta iron it out. I gotta comb through. That makes a story, and then other aspects. Having other people come in to read the story and be like, I don't really understand what you're saying here. Then you go back and read it again. It's like, okay, I can see why you don't understand. Let me go ahead and fix that up. So having the editors, having the line editing, the proofreading, all of that stuff goes into writing a book. All of it. The lead ups, We're watching, my wife and I, we're watching this show on Netflix right now called This Is Us. And they have these lead ups or build ups that I can see they're going somewhere with having a red cup. I'm just making something up completely. The showing, and this is something you can do with a movie. You can't really do. You can do it. You can. So I'll just say they'll show a red cup that's just sitting in the corner. And then they might show that red cup at the end of the show. Again, don't tell you anything about the red cup. Because it's a series, they can keep showing that red cup. The next show, somebody picks the red cup up. Anyway, where it's going is that eventually there's going to be a climax just for that red cup. You know what I mean? Somebody may drink the substance in the red cup, and it could be a rupee in it. Or it could be some kind of magic mushroom potion in it. It could be horrible tasting coffee in it, but it's going to be a climax just for that red cup. And this is within a story. This is a story within a story. So a lot of great stories, you have stories within the story. And sometimes the more you can tightly pack in and also make it understandable, all of these different stories, the better the story. Anyways, it's been 32 minutes, a lot of me talking, but we're going to pick it back up right here at the beginning of chapter 6. Oh, wait a minute. I just highlighted that, but we're going to keep going, y'all, because I see we're going to keep going right now, y'all. All right. So with everyone seated at different sections of the garage, some at the table, others at smaller fold-out tables, they all stared as he stumbled around while shadow dancing with himself, searching for the beat. Laughing momentarily loud enough, and with enough fake enthusiasm to seem not bothered by her drunken father, Lily sprung from her seat. It was her dad out there for everyone to judge. She hadn't seen him in years. It was the only dignified thing to do. She joined him, and together her and her father started. What could have been the most embarrassing display of dancing. Embarrassing had they been the only two to be so bold, but by the grace of God, and as Luther Vandross sung about dancing with his father again, Henry Wallace, by the grace of God, coincidentally, or perhaps by the grace of God, coincidentally, or perhaps coincidentally, or perhaps by the grace of God, Luther Vandross began singing about dancing with his father again. Henry Wallace may be feeling the good vibes. Okay. Henry Wallace may be feeling the good vibes, or perhaps, I can't say perhaps again. And you see that with writers, you know what I'm talking about. I hadn't read this portion in I don't even know how long, but I remember it somehow, which is why I wrote perhaps here. You know, and you gotta. I don't know how to explain it, but I do that a lot. So obviously one of these got to go. Henry Wallace, maybe feeling the good vibes. Or maybe I'll change it again, but or maybe not wanting to get outshined by his drunk friend, did something he'd never done. He approached his daughter, Sonia, and with a hand out, speaking gentlemanlike, he asked if he could have a dance. All right, this is a good spot to stop right here. So that's all we're gonna do. We're gonna stop right there. And we covered a lot. Gonna save it and pick back up another day. Y'all be blessed. Be blessed. Forgive me for my rambling. Forgive me for my venting. And leave a message, leave a comment, share this video, like this video. Until next time, this is Anthony L. Kelly. This has been Bajillion 128. Till next time, I'm out.